Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning, folks, for a toast to the end of the world. Yes, that is indeed the name of the show this morning. And oh my goodness, Smokey's been busy lately. I don't like interesting, peripheral complications in my life. It takes extra time, from things I would be doing otherwise, and just like the channel or my business and things like that. But this week has been full of weird, bizarre distractions. But on that note, I'm not intending, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this again, because now people are going to be on their way to try and turn this into another 4-hour freaking show. But seriously, legit, guys, this morning, I am not trying to go out and have a 4-hour freaking morning show this morning. I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we have something specific that we are planned for this early afternoon with me and CJ. You see, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, CJ and I are going to be showing up to debate Leo Filius and Rib about the issue of socialism versus capitalism. This is a thing that's actually going to happen. It's going to happen tomorrow. So CJ and I have decided that we are going to do a little quote-unquote semi-debate prep, type stream. CJ and I are going to get together. We're going to do a stream event on my channel. We're going to invite anyone and everyone to come on in and pick our brains about the perspective of capitalism versus socialism and help us fine-tune some of our perspectives and argumentation, which we will bring forward to our debate tomorrow. So very much looking forward to that, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. I have a pretty clear-cut idea, I think, already so far of where I'm going to go with my side of the argumentation. And actually, it's one of the things I like about the tag team debates, aside from the fact the audience itself seems to usually enjoy the tag team debates a little more than just singulars. But aside from that, it's actually even a little bit better and easier for the debaters. You're not feeling like you're, carrying the whole conversation just solely on your back. But it's a nice thing. And plus, CJ is a more than capable and competent debate partner. And I'm very much looking forward to this. It will allow me to fixate on core presuppositional philosophies inside their paradigm to attack and dismantle, while we will both have the opportunity for positive cases for that which capitalism tends to present. So we're looking forward to that, guys. We're looking forward to, I think it's going to be an interesting show, a good elaboration on why it is that we lean towards this perspective. I'm new here. How's everyone doing today? Well, welcome, Reese. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining the morning show. Good to see that you are new. Someone who is a friend of Jill. Well, good stuff. Jill, good to see you, brother. Glad you popped in this morning. How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for joining the show this morning. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Well, anyway, guys, to remind everyone and anyone that is new, potentially like Reese, the link is down in the description. If anyone would like to join the show and weigh in on this little mild topic we're doing, I think we're going to take this show probably no more than about an hour and a half. And I really do mean that. I'm going to try to cut it off. And the CJ show will be later on this afternoon. I need to check the email of exactly the time that he said we were going to start or planning to start. But I think it was 1 p.m. my time, or maybe it was 11. I don't know. I have to go back and pull it up. But anyway, we're going to do that and dedicate some time to that for a couple hours show. And by the way, another something I noticed too, I do see Jason in here this morning. Jason, good to see you. Jason was letting me know, guys, that YouTube is up to their crazy, insane antics again. Jason sent me a couple emails and also left some messages in chat to tell me that apparently YouTube is turning off notifications. So after you guys get notifications, apparently YouTube is just deciding to turn around and like, nope, we hate Smokey, so we'll go ahead and turn your notification off. So, at least you do know, though, if YouTube is against me, you can also set the notifications on Will's channel, especially for the morning shows, because we are streaming to that trash mouth little Jew's channel. So, speaking of which, oh my goodness, are you here? Hi, Will.
Hi, I finally made it. I was going to come in last night, but you were doing a thing, so I was like, okay.
One of them. Yeah, no, it was a philosophical.
Well, you get all fucking scriptural at the end, and I was like, you know what? There is no good time to drop in on this. I'm gonna let him have this one.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Fucking one stream a day is already so.
Yeah, I think I should go back to like limiting myself to only one stream a day. I think this is where it's come to, and especially
you did fucking
this week.
3 yesterday. Well, yesterday was like a big brain moment where it's like you had like a bunch of thoughts. So
that's true.
Not like John.
That's true.
Not like Jen Aldrich thought, but like with a U in it. Yeah. Fucking did you set the fucking meme I sent you on StreamYards?
Which one would that be? Because you sent me
the Ryan one.
I did. We should.
Oh my God! Fucking do it.
Okay, hold on. Let's play. Okay, let me get down here. It's so good.
Right, but I send him chicken nuggets every day, so at least we know he's being fed. If he is on welfare. I had it in my fucking head, and then I just fucking did it.
It's so autistic. And bye, guys. I would like to remind you that this morning show is brought to you by Chabad.org, and of course also Clay County Chamber of Commerce and Matt Dillon himself.
By the way, I do recommend Smokey Sate's channel. I do have a after show with a biologist.
Wait, are you recommending the channel of the people who did a 4-hour conversation about how I'm a soy boy cuck and then tried to investigate the finance? You're advocating that channel? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smokey's. So
that's good.
I did not.
Now I'll know what bucket to put
but
Sal
I'm just
in.
pointing out.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, everybody loves Smokey. Everybody
Sponsored.
loves Smokey.
We're fucking sponsored. So
Hey,
Smokey was.
who's gonna sue us first, YouTube or Chabad.org? What do you think?
I don't know. Probably the Jews, I'm guessing, because we have.
Well, they're both Jews. Which Jews?
They're all fucking lawyers. I mean, literally, that is literally like the definition of what a Rav is. He's like a lawyer for God or something.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
Fact, yeah.
but I got called out by a fucking pedophile, my dude, yesterday, because I was just sitting there, and then like about a half an hour, I guess, after this video dropped, I got 6 or 7 people telling me, "Yo, this guy made a fucking video about you," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I looked at it.
Should we play it? We could play
If you want to. I mean, I only have a few things. First of all, yes, my ongoing narrative in my head is Brett Keen's voice. I don't know why John has just done this, but
how many atheists do you think got killed during the reign of Zeo the Dawn? What a fucked up name that guy's got, bro.
That's Will's brain. That's Will's brain all the time.
Every time, even when I have to like take a shit, it's like, I guess I gotta take a shit now. but like, I guess so what they've done here is, I guess the setup for this, if we're gonna talk about it, is apparently they've scrubbed my spooky cock video for that thumbnail that they used in there, the Joe Biden gay ghost fucking video. Because it's not like they went and Lowe's the one who told me this, because I wouldn't have even known. I'm like, what is that from?
Right.
No, it's not Black Eye TV. No, the one Black Eye TV allegedly has AIDS is a white background. I know that one. But anyway, so they had to scrub one of my videos to get that, so that's good, which means they saw the video. Thanks for watching. And then on top of that, the video that they're talking about is a complete throwaway moment where John asked me, what if TJ and fucking Brett Keen did a podcast from, I think, the Halloween episode. What? Uh-huh. No. Well, I had asked TJ at one point, hey, can I have not productive? And he's like, well, what are you going to do with it? And I'm like, whatever the fuck I want. I don't think that you're going to give it to me, but I was like, I figure if I don't ask, there's no way it's going to. And at that point, we had already Games You Love. Excuse me. Give me 1 second. There we go. So we had fucking Games You Love, and I guess they were knocking on that. But literally, this guy's name is Animancer. If you remember from fucking the Drunken Peasants days, he's the guy who claimed that he created all the Drunken Peasants fan clubs, including the Discord and stuff. His name, he used to go by Fancy Badger. Yeah, that's the.
Ooh, Fancy Badger.
Animancer is Fancy Badger, and he runs Underhaven. And he's the dude who solicited nudes from a 14-year-old girl on the Discord server, got busted, and then kicked out. Yeah, exactly. So
was it Godless's Discord or some other Discord?
No, it was the official Drunken Peasants Discord at the time, which no longer exists.
Got it.
Or if it does exist, it's a completely different incarnation. It's not like the same server run by different people. It was a whole new server that was ground up.
Gotcha.
So he's been salty at me ever since, because I had done a number of interviews for like fuck me, I need a drink of water apparently. I had done a number of interviews years ago with Brett Keen and TJ and stuff, and he was one of the interviews about just like what's going on after Drunken Peasants, where's everybody at like 5 years later or whatever. And I mistook him for somebody else, and I just never used it because I don't fuck with pedophiles anymore. other than the obvious baby. Up until that point, I hadn't been aware of the Kelly files. Sue me. I'm sure somebody will eventually.
Buddy, Deputy Turpin with the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah,
okay.
What's up?
Did you, by chance, go in Heritage USA?
Yeah, I just was in there shopping for some antiques and stuff.
Okay, all right.
Why?
Well, we're getting kind of a recurring issue going on.
What happened?
You're calling people baby rapers?
No. I said that I put people on the net as baby rapers when they're naughty.
Okay.
That's all I said.
Was somebody in there being naughty?
No,
Okay.
I just told the lady she was going to ask me questions.
So, but anyway, so this is
Well,
from.
Kincaid, I heard you were calling people baby rapers.
Well, that's what I thought the next video from somebody was going to be about, where Will
Right.
Kincaid called somebody a baby raper. But this guy has chosen to instead go back to, yeah, right. He literally is. So, well, 14 is not a baby, but, you know, and technically he was 19 at the time. So, it is fucking gross. But, yeah, so I mean, he's never gonna escape this, right? And who knows what, because he still has a server. I know I've been banned from that server forever because of that previous instance that I had described. So that's the setup for this. The channel's called Underhaven, and the one thing that you can do if you want, I don't know if anybody wants to do this, but if you were so inclined, is you could just go type on this video KIVIL, because that's the name of the user that he solicited nudes from, and it bothers him to this day, and it should. Don't solicit nudes from minors, and maybe.
Well, did he know? Did he know it was a minor, or was he just like soliciting?
Yeah, it turns out. No, it turns out he knew the whole fucking time.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
okay, yeah,
because he was like, oh, Will Kincaid doesn't know. He pretended this, that, and the other thing. It's mentioned in this video.
And by the way, guys, this is a thing where like some like scumbag of the internet has like a brother or a sister who is a minor, and will put them up into attempting to like actually bait someone so that they can turn around and call them a pedophile, and actually, well, many times that person will pretend to be overage for a period of time in order to get
right.
It is a thing. It does happen.
It does happen.
So
yeah.
that's why I do ask and qualify for that, because sometimes people are out to just troll someone into being any way possible to call them a pedophile. Like that's just so you know.
Well, here's the thing. So I asked, his name sounded familiar, and I couldn't remember because it's just one of those fucking no-name losers from back in the day that was like,
Right.
I'm a dick rider, and he has the audacity in this video to call me a dick rider. Meanwhile, he can't even talk to TJ, but some dude scored a fucking voice call with TJ, who works on their show, a live stream, to my knowledge. He just takes the clips from recorded audio. So I messaged TJ and I go, hey, isn't this fucking Animancer? Why does that name sound familiar? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's Fancy. And I'm like, oh, the pedophile, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, why? What did he do? And I was like, I don't know. He made some video about how I'm like not funny or whatever.
Yeah, that's the important part of that. Not that he's a pedophile.
Well,
He's a pedophile.
literally in the drunken peasants community, pedophiles were like a dime a dozen. They were every fucking where. Like I literally
That's probably the 20th time I've heard those exact statements verbatim, by the way, just so you know.
I know that's kind of like a Brett Keane meme, because he was like, oh, fucking Paul's ego fucked a 13-year-old girl, but that she wasn't. She just looked young. She was an adult.
The issue wasn't that there were a lot of young people.
Well,
People didn't think to ask for ages before they would ask for new.
I mean, we even like Eli ran our server, and he didn't even have mods to get into the NSFW stuff on fucking the Kinc. So at least we managed that correctly. But he is 18 now, so you can call him whatever you want. You can call him a faggot now. You can make derogatory remarks. I don't know. Probably don't. He's all right. He's good people. Yeah. Yeah, maybe one day we could get it. So anyway, we have the video. I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say about it. I mean, if you want to play it, we can play it, I guess.
If you want, sure, yeah, absolutely. Let me pull it up out of Messenger here.
Yeah.
Oh god, those Vaughn memes you sent were freaking amazing too. I should put those up.
That's all fucking Quasi Monkey. He's fucking.
That's so freaking good. I love it. Okay. Oh no, that's oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Wait, did you intend to timestamp it, or is that just something I should disregard?
Yeah, just disregard. It's a whole thing.
All right, okay.
And I guess we'll pause it every once in a while, and I'll just say whatever the fuck I have to
Oh my God, he has ads. He's collecting money off of taking a crap on you, by the way, Will.
No, yeah, well, I figured. Well, that's not even. I don't even care.
And he's got 153 views on this video that was posted on February 10th.
Oh yeah, I want to point this out. Imagine being so far to the bottom of the barrel that you have to search for a fucking obscure Will Kincaid video to talk about on your fucking channel. It's not even like, imagine being so fucking irrelevant that you have to try to find somebody who's even less relevant. What a fucking loser.
Okay, here it is. Okay.
Is this Brett Keen's channel? Is this
No, like this is like
My brother said that he could just stop at Will Kincaid video. You don't have to say obscure.
By something else now. Well, this is his gaming channel. J-Dubs has another channel.
yeah, this is his gaming channel, Games You Love. Will Kincaid was also inspired by Brett Keen, so that's
We weren't inspired. That's the action. First of all, okay, this is the first thing that they got wrong. So the first thing is, this isn't a channel called Games You Love. This is the actual Games You Love. It's not. It's actually Brett Keen's thing, and he gave us the keys, and we own it. That's me and John, and we do the thing. And it's just somewhere to put my fucking gaming videos because most people don't give a shit about it. Like, if I put a fucking Duel Links video or a fucking Pokemon ROM hack video on my channel, nobody cares. It's like, whatever. Right. 3 people are gonna watch it anyway. Might as well go on Games You Love. So there's that.
Outstanding. Okay, very good.
So what would you think if TJ did a podcast with Brett Keen?
TJ has not talked about Brett Keen in almost 4 years.
I don't like talking about Brett Keen. The only reason I decided to bring this up is there was a lot of Will Kincaids back then. The only thing they ever thought was funny was a bunch of fucking Brett Keen jokes. Did you catch that?
Yeah, okay, okay, so here's my next remark. This is Animancer, the King Brett Keen DJ fucking dick rider, all right? The dude who literally claimed that he invented the fan club. And now he's got fucking Kiwi Farms and every other goddamn thing under the sun, which is the only thing I'm really salty about, because can somebody please make me an Encyclopedia Dramatica and call me like a fucking baby raper or something? Can we get that going? I want to have the same level of clout as this fucking asshole.
And I haven't found any, but supposedly there's a few of them up with me with various different names.
That's fucking horseshit.
It's actually kind of funny.
Smokey doesn't even say half the offensive shit. It's all like, I'm doing all the fucking legwork around here in terms of triggering people.
And I get all the credit.
You get all the fucking credit. Smokey, see, this is the thing, is that it's like, oh, you're a simp for Smokey. No, Smokey is simping for me, and he's in the morning.
He's raking in all the downvotes. Those downvotes belong to me.
You fucking baby raper. So anyway, this is the same fucking guy who's bitching about how I'm fucking, because the novelty of Will Kincaid at this point in time was that I talked to Brett Keen on a regular basis and TJ on a regular basis. Right. That my association with both of them simultaneously was the novelty at the moment. And I've fucking moved on.
Bruce, can you not tell that basically the entire YouTube has turned into just pointing fingers at people, calling them molesters? Like, have you not realized that this is basically what YouTube has turned into? Like, dude, like, what did you just get online yesterday? Come on, Bruce. You know what's going on.
It's a well-known fact within the community on that side that the Animancer solicited nudes from a minor. It's not even in it's not even a question. It's just literally the person involved was questioned about it, the minor, and was like, yeah, and then redacted the images, and there was a whole fucking thing, and it caused all kinds of problems. It absolutely happened. There's no real, like, if you were to deny it, you would have to show the incriminating evidence. There's no legwork that has to be done on my part in terms of that.
Let me say something real quick about this, by the way, too, because just in case there might be people who are a little bit unaware about the nature of particularly maybe Discord or some of the darker corners of this online environment, like Discord. Let me tell you something. Twitter just was recently exposed for being one of the most prolific child sex image sharing sites in the entire world. Like it's not like we discovered that the dark web was like the source of all like minor pornography being spread out over the world. Actually, it turns out it's something like Twitter. Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's a story that Smokey told that I had also heard, where this guy was basically, as a minor, was I believe raped or molested or something like that. I don't know. I don't go looking for
and
these
that
videos.
video was published live on Twitter, and Twitter refused to take it down. Wouldn't.
And after he had found out that it was being circulated, and was like, "Hey, can we not show my fucking rape on the internet?
Can we? Maybe." And Twitter's like, "No, you can go ahead and go fuck yourself."
Twitter's like, fair use. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a fucking.
Can you imagine like needing to get a court order to get Twitter to take down kiddie porn? And yet that is the nature of the environment. And by the way, guys, now, and I'm going to tell you seriously true, and if you have not noticed this, I don't know, maybe you should pull your heads out of the sand or out of your own rectums, because if you are not recognizing the fact that Discord itself is a prolific hangout for pedophiles to get into secret servers and exchange pedophilic propaganda, if you people are unaware of this, get your heads out of your asses and wake up and realize what is going on in your surrounding environment. Go ahead, Will.
We've had issues like this on Discord before, where somebody pulled some fucking shenanigans. There's up to no good where we had to pull somebody out, right? So you'll delete somebody and then they'll come in with another name, and then you basically have to put your whole server on lockdown, hope that they don't fucking come back. And then when you try to get an IP ban out of Discord, or try to report someone to the authorities, or get them to send whatever private information they have about the individual to the authorities to investigate, Discord basically tells you to go fuck yourself. So because there's no content moderation in terms of like when a moderator goes in and says, hey, there's this shit going on, and yeah, okay, well, you're a pedophile supporter then, fucking the one DeLorean. There you go. About that. And that's the other thing, is that Bruce asked, why are we always talking about fucking baby rape over here? It's because there's so many fucking pedophiles between these two or three fucking websites that we frequent, or services, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, literally, you can't throw a stone without hitting a baby raper. So I mean, literally, if I just randomly called somebody a baby raper, it's probably right, just statistically.
Probably. And especially if you say it on Discord, probably 50-50. You're probably getting it right. Seriously.
I mean, look what happened to Godless and fucking Krill.
Yes. And by the way, look at what happened to Godless's server multiple times. Not like one like got struck by lightning, but is a freaking lightning rod. Like, and there's a storm every day. Like, we're talking about like some weird crap.
And then almost worse, the people who know about it and don't do anything,
and then hide it after.
Make excuses for these fucking degenerates. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we can keep playing the video.
Okay, let's get back to it. All right,
about that.
Bruce, by the way, if you have a problem with us highlighting certain institutions or infrastructures that exist today that are in the process of actually unchecked exploiting children, then maybe you are on the wrong side of the argument, and you're more interested in keeping it suppressed so that these entities can continue to abuse children. Bruce, do a little soul searching before you come in here and start.
I like that we're
critical.
He's a baby raper apologist now. Yeah, is that what we're saying?
Well, if the shoe fits, walks like a duck.
If the shoe on head fits.
There
Yeah, sure.
The shoe on head fits, exactly.
This is actually worse than Brett Keane. Talking fanfic.
Right.
Fiction about a 4-year-old fucking meme person who hasn't fucking contacted or talked to Brett Keane in 4 years, dude.
Well, better than talking about a 4-year-old girl, I guess.
You ever run Discord before, I believe. Anytime like DP comes up in conversation, he goes, "Hey, you guys remember the Pokemon Go hotline?"
Okay, so hold on, because it sounds they're retarded.
Have you heard about the Pokemon Go hotline?
Well, hold on, no, because it sounds like they're talking about me. They're not. They're talking about somebody else in their Discord. But he's so fucking autistic. They clarify at the end, and I have to pick up on the clues, but probably just disregard this if you think that it's about me, because it's not.
Yeah, Bruce, big surprise. The exploitation of children is a good sign of the end of the world. Did you finally catch up? Way to go. You're a big brain this morning. Bruce is the big brain of the morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for that.
Baruch Hashem. God bless.
Mazel tov. Okay, moving on.
Jewish words.
Sean does.
It's fucking John. Here we go, because he's being talked about too. So here we.
Oh yeah, welcome to the show, J-Dubs. By the way, good to see
I guess
you.
it's appropriate. it's appropriate that you're here then, I guess, because
You can call me Johan. I don't know, John. What's going on?
Johan?
Yeah, what's going on? No, not Johan. He's not fucking Slavic. He's Jewish.
There's Johan. Is it Johan?
There's Johan. Just call him John.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, are we back to this, or do we?
What happened? What's the situation going on
What's
here?
the situation?
Okay, so John, this is from something we did on Games You Love, and this guy Animancer is Fancy Badger, who's a prolific pedophile from the days of Drunken Peasants, right?
Oh yeah.
And he's decided he's gonna make a video about me, so we're covering it. I guess
That's a good picture of you on the screen there, though.
that's from. Remember when we shot Spooky Cock?
Oh, that's from that spooky cock. Nice.
Handsome.
Yeah.
Handsome.
It looks like you're getting a spooky cock right there.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what's funny is there's no angle they could possibly find of you that would actually make you look worse than Brett Keane. I think that is at least an accomplishment.
That's true.
Right.
I mean, I'll always keep my devilishly good looks.
Yeah.
Because I'm apparently the actual Satan. Or Smokey is. Do we ever get a verdict on that one?
Yeah, I don't know. Ryan was accusing me of being the shaitan, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, man. Great. All right, on with the nonsense.
Okay, on with the nonsense.
Spawned all that claim to fame that he lied to Brett Keane about TJ raping someone in high school, which started it was a funny segment, but like
that was Will Kincaid.
Wait, was it?
No, I'm just talking with you.
Oh my god. That would have been the perfect plot twist.
I know, right? Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
Maybe.
You know what? If this guy's allowed to make up fan fiction, then I'll make up fan fiction about him. Let's
Okay, so we can just stop here. Just a quick thing.
I have.
So John is the one who was like, "What if fucking TJ and Brett Keane did a podcast?" Because Brett had asked us to answer some questions. I believe as a prerequisite to us doing something else with him, which when Brett was around was pretty much the status quo. Like if you wanted Brett to do something, you had to like pay the Pied Piper or whatever, which is kind of fucking annoying. But like oftentimes John and I would have good ideas for stuff that we needed Brett for, and we just had to kind of like play Brett's game. And so that's what that was all about. But other than that, this was a throwaway comment that Brett gave us that John asked me because Brett specifically asked us to answer this stupid fucking question. So.
Okay, very good. Well, by the way, we are also joined by P. Mars and Bruce. Bruce is down there as well.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Gang's all here.
Gang's all here. Here we go.
This isn't what we were gonna talk about, but I guess it is now.
Well, it kind of was.
All, worked up over all this pedo stuff and children, and I mean, have you ever known anybody that actually got arrested for such a damn thing?
You know, Bruce, the thing
Are
is,
you saying I'm sorry. This is like the COVID thing. Do you even know anybody?
Yeah, you know, Bruce, the environment, the way that what's happened, and particularly, I don't know what's happening with Will's mic, the environment that's happening and things that online is that there is lots of exploitation happening on many different spectrums and many different areas. And what happens is we have a bunch of people who are pearl clutchers who don't want to talk about it. They think even talking about it is unsavory and unpleasant. By the way, it is. But the failure to discuss things about it is exactly what is allowing it to be perverse, to be propagated, to be abused, and actually to turn into its own meme. See, the thing is, the reason it ends up being a thing where we end up talking about it is because it really has gone a long time being unaddressed.
But if somebody, let's say somebody was arrested, that doesn't mean they're necessarily guilty.
That's true, and that's what I'm talking about, Bruce. In fact, if you were paying attention earlier on, before we even started this, I even, dare I say, white knighted a bit for what's his name, the Willem or whatever this thing is that's talking right now. I white knighted and said, well, do we necessarily know that it wasn't someone attempting to do something malicious and actually come around and like say that it wasn't a minor and then turn around after the fact and say it was a minor, like what they did to Christian. Remember they did that to Christian? They had a 13-year-old boy.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they had a 13-year-old boy pretend to be a girl, and then they turned around later. Like, oh, look, you thought you were banging an of-age girl, and you were, online talking to a 13-year-old boy, and that's a thing. That's a thing. And it's prolific and has been going on for decades. And by the way, big surprise, no one's really talking about it. And you know what? So with no one really talking about it, it just ends up happening more and more and more.
All right, so you guys want some general context about what went down? Because I got that. Because what happened was that he was talking to this girl who was underage in the Drunken Peasant server, and there were plenty of people that were like 14, 15, 16 in there. And he starts talking to her just sort of casually, and then eventually it comes up that she's a minor, right? And now he's aware of this fact. And then they start, over a period of like a couple of weeks, the conversations start to escalate to something of a sexual nature. And then at some point he asked her, hey, send titty. And then he does, or she does to him. And then I don't know what goes on from there, because at that point everything gets a little weird, because the reporting starts, because apparently he had bragged to somebody else, and the guy egged him on and was like trying to do the thing where it's like, no way, dude, there's no way you did that. Like telling him that what he did was good so that he can rat his buddy out to mods or the police or whatever, right? Trying to get fucking information. And then it comes out that, yeah, he solicited nude pictures from a minor, knowing that the person was 14 years old.
Basement left an interesting comment. I just want to share it real quick. Basement says in the chat, sorry, let me get it on the screen because this is the video he linked in the side, and he says, try leaving a negative comment on this video. And the title of the video is Young Drag Kid Meets Courtney Act, who I guess is, I don't know who that is. I would imagine it's some sort of drag.
All right, copy paste that somewhere for me, and challenge fucking accepted. I got 10 stock accounts ready to go. And
okay, I will here, let me do this. I will copy it and I will send it to you on Messenger right now.
Perfect.
And everyone will wonder why that's being sent to you, but that's okay. And also people will wonder why I would dare be sending it. That's an interesting state of affairs this morning. So here we go. All right, I got to send that to you, and Will can go ahead and accept that challenge. Will, now you are expected to be able to go and leave multiple, and I do believe at least 10 starkly negative comments, and see if you can get even one to stick. If you get one to stick and we gauge it as appropriately or at least passively offensive within the context of the video, you win a prize. I don't know. I'll send Low $20 and you guys can go get Arby's or something like that.
It's gotta be offensive.
Oh, hold on. How long does it have to stay up for? Are we talking 24, 48?
Well, as I noticed, the algorithm tends to knock off potentially offensive comments by itself within 20 seconds. So I'll tell you what, if you can get a screenshot of it at least within an hour after you have posted it, I think we'll accept that as having been able to stick at least long enough for people, a number of people to have read it. So if you get, I'll tell you what, if you get at least an hour out of it, I think I'll concede. I'll give you.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna fucking get on it.
All right, and we will. I won't be voting on whether or not it is passively offensive. We will have people in the chat during next week's show up and see if the comment, if Will manages to get a single comment to actually stick, then we will let the audience vote if it is appropriately offensive enough. And if the most votes are that it is appropriately offensive, yes, I will send Will and Low $20 so that they can have a nice Shabbos Arby's dinner. There you go.
There you go.
With I don't know if Arby's is kosher, but I don't know. I think it kind of is. I kind of thought it was, but I don't know. I might be wrong.
I think the last Arby's around here went out with like the fucking 90s, but we'll figure something out.
Okay. All right. Very good. Well, thank you for that, Basement. Challenge accepted, and thank you for coming up with a bit for next week's show. Appreciate that. Okay.
Perfect.
Are we ready to proceed?
Yeah, I didn't have any more to say about that nonsense.
Outstanding. Okay, let's do it.
I haven't gone on a Brett Keane rant or even heard a Brett Keane rant.
I'm sorry. I have to constantly switch screens because if I don't, StreamYard goes Shonda. Apologies.
That was a long time coming.
12-year-olds, dude. You think Brett Keane could get along with TJ, and TJ can get along with Brett Keane for a podcast?
You think?
Yeah, I asked. You know how I know the answers to these questions?
Right? You think they could get along? Like Will's like, I know the answer to everything. I am basically.
Well, no, you know, fuck you. No, the reason that I know the answer to this question is that I I talked to him and asked him. I just message him on Messenger, and then he gives me the answer, and then that's the answer. It's literally like it's like my Facebook Messenger is like a TJ calculator, basically. That's about it.
Okay.
So every once in a while, I'll have an idea for something. I'll be like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And he'll probably 9 times out of 10 he'll be like, "That's fucking retarded," and I'll be like, "Okay," and that's it.
Outstanding.
Or he'll send me porn.
Let's move on then, I guess.
What would that
No, not in a million years. Oh my god.
That would be cringe.
I love
that
how
would be cringe.
every word that comes out of this motherfucker fucking wrong.
Wow, that's the pot calling the kettle a racial slur, you fucking pedophile.
Okay, no, like probably some
You fucking baby
Sounds
raper.
like a homosexual.
Yeah, what if
Oh, hey, guess what? You won the fucking prize.
somebody at least on J-Dub's channel?
Dude,
What happened on
It's games you love. He's talking about games you love.
If Brett Keane ever blows up, they'll get bigger by fucking association.
Bank off the success of like if someone will.
Why is he asking for little girls' tits when he's clearly a homo?
He's because he's only half a fag. That's the thing.
like Will's brother. Oh, sorry. Let's continue.
Oh wow! Thanks for bringing that up for the 100th fucking time. I really. You know, this channel is the definition of the word Shonda. Really,
It's okay. Will's mom was only half mad because her son was only half a fag.
Yeah, that was great. We had that conversation, and it was like, well, why are you mad at all? Will's been a fucking queer his whole life, and he's like, now I'm gonna say it, and then my mom goes, well. Yeah, of course. I knew he was a fag immediately. She pulled me out of the womb like Simba and was like, everything the light touches is a faggot.
That was his first and only time in that.
Can we not talk about my mom's pussy outside of this hypothetical joke?
Okay, let's let it go.
See, guys.
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
god.
Oh my god.
But we haven't gotten to the cringiest part yet because one of our mutual friends.
Yeah, the end screen of your video, you fucking troglodyte.
Oh my god.
Fat beat. Fuck, I don't know.
It was a throwaway comment. Again.
Productive. I want not productive. Give me control of the channel. It's that nobody's posting
It doesn't
anything.
exist anymore.
I'm gonna get TJ to give me not productive just to piss this dude off.
Well, the thing is that I asked TJ and he entertained the hypothetical. So I at one point I was a fucking heartbeat away from being the guy who runs Not Productive for a fucking meme. Because again, the title of my upcoming book is I Did It Because It Was Funny. So. I mean, that's literally why I do 90% of the things I do, because it sounded funny at the time. And
that is your rule of life. Absolutely. No doubt.
It's like, why did you let John move in with you? I don't know. I thought it was funny at the time. Yeah. Just kidding, buddy.
Sounds legit.
Just breaking.
TJ would give Not Productive to Egghead before he'd give it to this dude. Fuck.
Egghead would do a better fucking job with
He
Not
would.
Productive.
There are so many fucking dipshit idiots online who just think they're gonna start the next podcast that's gonna blow up. I can fucking tell you how fucking hard.
Just real quick, can we get a self-awareness meter? The needle is buried on the left-hand side right now. The needle is fucking invisible. This is a dude who is about to go into a protracted tirade that I want everyone to hear about. Just go type Kivil, K-I-V-I-L.
Look at the view. Okay, so he uploaded this on the 10th. So this was yesterday. Okay,
Yeah.
And it has what is it? 153? Is that 53? I can barely.
Imagine that, less than a Will Kincaid video in views.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How do you do worse than the guy who actually uploaded the fucking video?
And usually, actually, almost less than half as good as most of my videos, most of my streams, might I add.
I know.
And I have half his subs. So
he's about to launch into a protracted tirade on how to run a community effectively. The guy who completely destroyed the fucking. He was one of the main components of the destruction of the Drunken Peasants fan community. And then he has the gall to go on later on and talk about how toxic they were. Dude, you fucking, you're a pedophile. I don't care what you have to say.
All
You
right. Well,
fuck-
let's.
You're
let's listen
attracted to
to,
minors and you actively seek to engage in sexual intercourse with them. I don't really know what else to say to you. I mean, like literally that, and it gets worse and worse. But that's
well,
it.
let's let him explain how to, I guess, mini Stalin his way through a community. I guess. So
Yeah,
let's
please.
Big brain time. Let's do it.
Or any talent to begin with. Just think they're gonna make a show and they're gonna be able to toast off that for the rest of their lives. So many of these fucking dipshits that watch DP back in the day, like it's so clear. All they want is just like a free ride where they can just have a podcast where they do nothing. They don't do any work. They don't put any effort into it. It's just there.
Wow, he's pretty accurate on this.
You have to focus on basically what FML just said in the chat.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
Well, actually,
he's pretty
yeah,
accurate.
Yeah, we can talk about this for a quick second. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's literally what most people do. They're like, yeah, I'm not going to put any effort or thought into it, and I'm just going to fucking. I have a day job. I do the morning show when I'm driving home from work with Smokey, and then I take a shit, and then I do a show on Thursday, and that's basically my week.
I only make Will kind of look like he's busy. That's really kind of all.
Hosting like a popular YouTube channel, I mean, it's a lot of work. It's like people think it's easy and shit, but it's not.
No, it's not. And again, I talked to TJ about this before, and he's like, "You don't want to do that," because when like there's not a whole lot of TJ left on my channel, just because we've moved on for the most part. But the fragments that still remain on the front page are just him. A conversation that I had with him about how to improve the channel and what it's like to run something that's even
Midnight
has a
Sparkle is backstage,
success.
by the way.
Oh, okay. Somebody let that fucking wonderful faggot in.
Who? What now? Is someone backstage?
Some
Sparkle.
faggot-
Oh,
some faggot-
Sparkles. Okay.
Hey.
Oh, there's Sparkle. How you doing, man? How's me?
Good. Okay, I noticed burnt toast is there.
Well,
Anyone
yeah,
know
that was the other. I'm not even really going to mention her too much because she is just there. Really, she doesn't say a whole lot. Burnt Toast and I had some beef a while ago.
Yeah,
It
I
was
remember that.
and she was talking shit, and then I took her to task. And to be honest with you, I don't have an issue with it. We've been on Todd's channel before, friendly, and we've all whatever. It's not even a big deal anymore. So I don't even.
Yeah, no,
but she
I-
is physically there. Yeah.
Well, burnt toast is the worst kind of toast, so I don't. I mean, that helps. So.
Well, I think it's funny that she doesn't chime in because they're talking about how bad grifting is, basically, and she was like she was like the biggest grifter of them. I don't really have a problem with grifting as such anymore because it's like whatever, everyone's got their thing. If you could be
Aren't we all a little bit of a grifter?
I mean, if you're going to grift on a specific thing, if you're the best grifter, then fucking
Well,
kudos.
Isn't grifting your religion now?
Yeah, basically. T-Moss. Isn't being a fat welfare fucking queen? You're fucking.
I wish I could get welfare.
Fucking.
No, you don't.
I bet you do.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
bet
don't.
do too. I bet you do, P Mars.
I mean, if you want to be a lazy piece of shit, by all means, go get welfare. But
I'm the wrong color.
hey, I'm white. I'm whiter than white, dude. So you can get it.
Oh, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black. I need to send you the DocX file for all the.
Yeah, I need that one. I don't have that one.
Maybe you know what I'll do today? Maybe I'll log into the account and I'll just upload all of it.
Maybe you'll actually do what you said you were going to do 2 weeks ago. Okay, that'd be neat.
Yeah, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I'm a bad co-host. I don't
Producer,
know what the fuck I am.
co-host. I don't know what it is. I don't really.
Why are you putting me in mind of Brett Keane?
What's that? What?
You guys were just putting me in mind of Brett Keane.
What are you talking about?
Oh, Bruce is back from Brett and all the fucking
Drifting or something about drifting. I don't know. Driving.
Drifting.
Grifting.
Oh, that's what made me think of him. I'm sorry.
By the way, why does somebody sound like Lily Pete? I don't know. I hear
Lily Pete. Who is that?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
It's-
either. Okay.
Anyway,
Is it
fucking-
Bruce? Are you calling Bruce Lily Pete? What are you saying?
no,
What are you saying
no.
there?
The person in the video. I was listening in.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
First of all, Anna is Anna Manser, and he's doing some kind of fucking thing. I don't think he's a tranny. I think it's just like a fucking meme.
Good morning, Daniel. Oh, Daniel's here. Shout out to Daniel. Good to see you, man. Awesome. All right. Let's. Are we ready to move on? Can we move on?
Yeah, let's move, Warren.
All right. Okay. I have to change screens. Like, by the way, I will not see people backstage because I have to watch the YouTube screen, or else the video won't play right. I can't watch StreamYard at the same time. I don't know why.
But the thing is that he's
ahead,
about to talk. He's about to talk about the monologue, I think, in my head, which I mentioned earlier. Me and John, literally, when we first started talking and hanging out, every time we were doing somebody else's voice for some reason, it would just be fucking Brett Keen's voice.
Right.
I fucking cock and sock and legs, and it literally that's how it.
Sock and legs.
We literally just did Brett's voice, and I was doing a version of Brett's voice that was far inferior to John's, and the Brett Keen voice that I do now is actually John's baby, so I give him credit for that at least.
Right.
Where it's due.
All right. Well, let's move on.
Trying to like be famous.
And that's not easy to do too, because sometimes you have to make tough calls, especially when you're making a good community.
Yeah, like kicking out a pedophile.
Person disease, as we like to call it. You know who has it though? Will Kincaid.
Like a year.
What about?
Oh, you're right. I haven't built a community. They haven't like moved here. That's right.
Into the mic as white noise. No.
Hey,
Keep talking. I'm the background noise.
No, shut up, Jamie. Shut the fuck
We're
up.
playing the video to respond to it. We don't feel like stopping every 5 minutes.
That might have been the stupidest joke that was ever made on this podcast.
But it accentuates what you're saying. Hey, maybe the idea is that it makes him sound interesting by contrast.
Yeah, you're right. I genuinely think that Will Kincaid's inner monologue is just a bunch of Brett Keen noises of all time.
It is.
Yeah.
Not even him having dialogue, but just Brett Keen noises. You know what I mean?
Him and Rev are the same thing because that's what Rev does all the time. Individual.
Rev just trying to be like a.
Oh, come on, Toast. That you're just fucking playing their shit. You're better than that.
Fucking role model to you. Holy shit.
He was the one that was hit instead of him hitting the
He's not a fucking role model. He's just a guy that we fucking hung out with.
When I didn't have to think about Brett Keen, but now that I'm watching the Geek Room again, thanks, Frank. I have to hear Rev saying it all the fucking time.
You don't want the website either. Well, you'd make it demands for the YouTube channel. Might as well make demands for the.
If you don't mind, can I just share a mild epiphany I just had, like literally right now?
Sure, my
That
battery's
isn't
on
even-
5%. I gotta switch in a minute, but go ahead.
That it isn't even like really directly on point of this topic, but I do notice something. Dear atheists out there, if you would like to create content that Christians are afraid to mess with or upload or respond to or anything, all you have to do is deliver prolific cussing and vulgarity during it. And what you'll find is that most Christian YouTubers, A, will not play it on their show to respond to it, and B, will not go through the efforts and the time and work to bleep out all the bleep words so that they can make sure that their delicate, sensible audience is not possibly, having to hear such things that they've already heard and know exist. So
You heard it here first, folks. I red-pilled Smokey.
There we go. So just so you know, dear atheists, if you would like to create bulletproof content that Christians generally won't touch or respond to, just fill it to the brim with vulgarity, and you'll find that. Now Smokey will respond to it. You'll still have to deal with me, but 90-ish% of Christian channels will pretty much completely ignore you. You'll only have to worry about the trash mouth degenerates such as yours truly, who will have to actually respond to you. So just throwing it out there. If you'd like to create more bulletproof content, that's how you might get away with it. So anyway, do you say something? Well, go ahead.
Yeah, this is directly to Fancy's. The reason that I decided to do this on this stream and not Smokey's last night, even though obviously more people would have seen it, is because it's streaming to my channel, and I know that he's gonna see it. So there you go.
Would you say Brett Keen is the wind beneath your wings?
No, I wouldn't. More like the fart beneath my cheeks, to be honest with you, because he's fucked it. Like, we were so nice to him, me and John and everybody, and he just continued to fuck everybody over forever. And I was naive for thinking that I could convert him to not being.
I think he might be bipolar. Like,
if you don't show up in 15 minutes, I'm gonna fucking shut the stream down and fucking delete my channel and kill myself. And fucking...
if he's bipolar, maybe he has an honest side and a lying side, and he can't help himself.
I guess, but he would. Could you at least be honest about your BP or what?
Yeah, well, like, right, you should be. Well, the
Yeah.
honest side should at least be able to come out and explain when the lying side was talking. You know,
No one's
about it.
Like no one's responsible for their behavior. Like everyone has a condition they can't help because it's genetically predisposed to destiny.
I like that P Mars just like did a fucking meme, and Bruce was like, "Yeah, I agree with that, straw man."
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Well, with
No,
them,
it goes
some
with today's
people, yeah.
culture. I mean, that is generally today's.
Everyone's got a disorder, yeah.
Right.
All right.
I mean, I have albinism and retardationism. So-
Retardationism.
That sounds like his belief structure, like it's his religion. I'm a follower of retardationism.
I have Tourette's. I can't help it but say the N-word a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured Smokey would get a kick out of that one.
Oh,
Retardationism.
Wait,
It's like Calvinism, but
Mindbreaker, we have a new wizard word. The new wizard word is, what is it? Retardationism?
Yeah, retardationism.
Retardationism. There you go. Mindbreaker, log that one down. There it is. That's for you.
Oh, retardationitis? I don't know, just something.
I'll be right back. Guys.
No, I like retardationism. It was perfect. It was perfect.
My phone is about to eat shit. I'll be right back. I'm switching to the laptop.
It looks like you're about to eat shit in the video, in the thumbnail they're using. Seriously.
That's where it's at. That's a beautiful thing.
Wizard word, retardationism.
My goodness. By the way, there's something else that popped up last night. We were reading, what was it? Probably Isaiah 43. I don't remember. It was one of the passages, and something popped up in the translation. It was whore hair. Whore hair. Let me spell it. Let me spell it on the screen. Hold on. I want to make sure that I get this right. And actually, Basement went ahead and got me the definition, which apparently it is like, I guess the string portion or a straightened edge string or hair that is like worked into a bow. So like a bow and arrow or like a bow on a violin type thing.
Yeah, I like
or hair. So I am desperate to try and figure out ways to work this into a Smokeyism, because this is the beautiful thing about it. I feel like it could be a Smokeyism.
It's out of.
Oh, there we go.
But there's no. But the fucking the bow. The fucking whore hair is nearly gone. It's gone. I need to.
Bruce, are you doing a bit, or are you having a fit over something? I can't even tell.
Yeah. I need more whore hair.
More whore hair. He needs more whore hair. See, so
get some whore hair.
So if I'm clever, I think I can turn it into a Smokeyism that isn't even actually offensive. Because people will hear me say it and they'll be like, "Oh, look, there's Smokey calling people whores again," and I'll be able to turn it into a meme.
I noticed on YouTube yesterday I wasn't allowed to type whore in the chat, but it did let me type prostitute. So.
Really? Oh, let's try. Everyone, do me a favor. Try and type whore and prostitute into the chat. Let's see what sticks the most.
I can't remember. I was trying to call.
I just wrote whore and it went through.
No,
really?
I didn't see your. Wait, which channel are you on? Will's channel or mine?
Will's.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. So I just typed in whore. I think it showed up. Jamie just typed in prostitute. I just see Mindbreaker typed in prostitute. That works fine.
Wait, I tried to fix
you spelled it wrong, Bruce. Oh my!
You typed whore. I didn't see your whore. Because I think it's like they won't let you type whore because it's offensive to sex workers, right?
Yeah.
So you can't say, you can't call them whores. You have to call them.
I almost feel like sex workers are the one you should be able to offend, but I guess
you should have to call them. You have to call them classy sex workers, because if you call them a whore, it's offensive.
Just write everything in Old English and you'll be fine. Even if you have to make it up. I mean, you know.
Let's call him a motherfucker in Serbian.
Yeah, I could, because I don't see you typed whore in the chat, but if you go refresh it, like I can't see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me refresh it.
See, I did spell it correctly one time, and even though I see it, I'm sure you guys don't. You only see when I spelled it wrong.
Okay, yeah, you don't see it. Like, it went through, but then when you refresh,
That's the thing that's annoying about YouTube's. That's what's really annoying about YouTube's censorship is you don't even know you're being censored.
That's true. Yeah, you know what? It even deleted mine where I typed in whore. It deleted that one too.
Yeah, you can't even say whore. What the hell is that? Like,
wow. We have to actually. Well, Bruce's who are that popped up.
Someone's echoing, by the way.
Yeah, who is echoing? Why is that happening? Is it you, Midnight? Is that you?
I don't know
maybe.
what you're. I don't
Is
know
it
what
Will?
you're talking
It might
about.
be Will. It's Will.
For some reason, when I switch from my mobile device to my fucking desktop, even though it's the same exact audio equipment, it fucking echoes.
Weird.
Are you wearing headphones?
Yeah.
You know, I had that problem last night with Midnight. I think you're just going to have to mute for the rest of the show, like when you're not talking. I think it's going to have to be that type of thing. I just muted your mic for you, Will. But, oh no, is it still happening? It's still happening. I still hear the echo. Why is that?
No, because he unmuted.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. Oh, okay. All right. Oh no, then maybe it is okay. Is it no echo? No echo? Yeah, we're good. Okay, weird. Okay, thanks, Will. Appreciate it.
Heck, they used to have that daggone candy called Whorehound people would use for cough drops and stuff. You should be allowed to type that in there. They probably won't let you.
Well, you know, this is... Yeah. I don't...
It's just ridiculous.
Go ahead.
Like, you're not allowed to shame a sex worker, so you can't call her a whore. It's...
well, but I mean, if there's nothing wrong with being a whore, then why is the word whore bad? Like, I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if we're trying to like normalize like the idea of like sex workers, like then why would you want to censor any word referring to them? Is a little bit weird. Like, well, why would they be offended by like what would they prefer? Like, what is the preferred title?
Am I like, as a sex worker, am I gonna like have a lot of self-confidence and feel good about myself, and then all of a sudden people start calling me a whore, and I'm like, what? Oh, now I feel terrible about.
Well, they
what
want
I'm
you to
doing with
use
my
their
life.
newspeak words. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, it kind of reminds me of like back in the 90s when there was like people in certain positions like janitors, you know, weren't happy with being called janitors. So they had to be like, you know, I don't know.
It was like custodial engineer.
Custodial engineer.
Sanitation worker. Yeah.
Right. You know, all of a sudden they needed to have some sort of elevated term. So as if to give the position, you know, a heavier level of respect than what would normally be associated with it, you know, and maybe that's what this is.
Yeah, when I worked for the Office of Professional Medical Conduct, they had me down as an administrative assistant, but the official position title. But what it was is I was a glorified secretary and or pencil pusher.
Should janitorial engineers be allowed to have sex and produce children, or should there be? Where do you draw a line on that crap? You know?
We're not China, Bruce.
That's what Nazi Germany was doing. We have to sterilize.
That's like eugenics type crap. Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
That's a weird. That's a weird situation.
That was a weird thing to say. Are you fucking retarded? What?
Hey, Bruce, I'll tell you what. I'll meet you in the middle. Maybe trailer trash should be sterilized for the sake of the good of society.
If you literally live in a van down by the river, probably
If you
not.
live in a van down by the river, you should probably.
Well, that's the problem. Is people are close together all the time. They're all confined. They're trying to stay warm. It's freaking cold and stuff. And then they're all sweaty and crap. I don't know. They produce a hell of a lot of babies.
Oh yeah, there's this girl, and she's like a cokehead on this hangout.
I remember when the Marines not used to not have that problem.
I was trying to call her a cocoer.
Yeah, so as it turns out, it doesn't matter what because this is the thing that Knock would say, and then I would volley this back at him. He would say something like, well, religious people don't believe in contraception. And then I just want to be like, well, what was your fucking excuse? You know what I mean? I mean, literally, you were in the same situation as any ordinary or average, whatever word you want to use, white person who was broke, right? And you were an atheist. Why didn't you fucking use a rubber? I mean,
the next question Rage is actually from your absolutely favorite person. You guess.
I think I can guess.
If you don't want me to read it, I don't.
Go for it. I love hearing from taints.
Alright. He says, question for the atheist. Since you support women's choice for abortion, would you have supported your ex if she chose to abort your daughter?
I mean, I don't think that this debate is about abortion.
Pretty solid answer. Alright. Sounds wonderful.
I love the cringy stress sigh at the
Dude,
beginning.
that was a rough. I have to be honest with you. That fucking made my asshole pucker. That question.
Like somehow she like was able to ask that question and be like nice at the same time. It was like
Smokey just asked a direct question, and instead of answering the fucking question, he's like, "It's not about that." And it's like, wait a minute, isn't this about like religion or whatever? Isn't that on topic?
Why the fuck was there so bad echo? What was going on in that show?
Oh, you know what?
You
The
gotta
share
fix that.
screen. The share screen situation.
Uh,
The share screen situation. See, that's the thing. If you play, this is what I realized. If you play one of the clips that you actually have inside StreamYard, you have to not be sharing screen audio. You have to turn that off. That's where I keep forgetting.
Yeah. Or you could just minimize it. Why don't you just minimize?
Well, I could remove it.
Yeah, and then now play the
then-
clip again. Play the clip again. I want to hear it one more time.
All right, hold on.
I think that echo.
The next question, Rage, is actually from your absolutely favorite person. Can you guess?
I think I can guess.
You made him blush?
If you don't want me to read it, I don't have to.
Go for it. I love hearing from
He's not blushing. He's not blushing. He's Native American. He has skin always fixed that shade of red.
Since you support women's
Right.
choice for abortion, would you have supported your ex?
He just got back from a wagon burning, and he's sunburnt. He's got that heat burn, dude.
I don't think that this debate is about abortion.
I can't believe she asked that question. Like, it's such an offensive
Pretty
fucking
solid
question.
answer.
Sounds wonderful. So
How come Jesus didn't come back? Why didn't
Well,
Jesus
you know
come
what?
back
If
in
they're not
2,000 years, Brad? He's basically in heaven. That's a pretty solid answer.
All right. Are we done with the video? I don't think that there's anything else, unless you want to.
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's your
All right. Well, let's just why don't we just finish it? There's like
here's the thing. I have another show I am going to do this afternoon with CJ because it's basically our debate prep type deal, and then I'm not doing any show tomorrow. I'm burnt out. I'm going to do the show this afternoon, and I'm doing the debate tomorrow, and that is it. I'm not doing a show tonight. I'm not doing one tomorrow morning. We're taking a break here.
All right, yeah, because I did mention this yesterday on the phone with you. That it's like I'm doing 6 shows a week,
right?
And I work four, right. So it's like if I'm working, like 60 hours, and then I'm doing. But at any rate,
well, on the bright side, the Saturday night open mic that we will, of course, still do will be the after show for the debate. CJ and me are doing. So at least there's that. You guys will have that. So,
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I need 5 minutes to use the restroom because now I'm not on mobile, so I can't just be doing things and just not tell anyone that I'm having a shit while I'm talking to you.
Oh,
so, yeah, happens a lot actually. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna have a cigarette and a shit, and then.
I want to. There's a topic I want to bring up.
a bucket.
All right. Well, why don't we do PMAR's things while I'm gone, and then we'll get back to it.
Yeah, let's let P. Oh God, we're doing it. Oh yeah, let's let PMARS. Okay, go ahead, PMARS. Sure.
Okay, so if anyone's been following Star Wars, there's a there's this show like The Mandalorian, right? It's just been the most popular Star Wars property recently, and one of the characters on the show is a woman named Cara Dune. I think her real name is Gina something. I can't remember. And she's been getting in trouble because she's a Trump supporter, right? And so whatever she says on Twitter, everyone like hates. And they've been trying to get her fired for a long time. Well, finally last night, because she had posted something on Instagram about how all it was comparing something she was shared comparing how the Jews were treated in Nazi Germany to how Trump supporters are being treated currently. And I think I think it's a fair comparison personally, but like everyone's acting like all offended and Disney has to fire, and then Disney did fire just for that. Like I don't even think that's because that's pretty common. Like on the left, they'll say like they'll compare Trump to Hitler or whatever. That that's just a common thing. Like you compare your political opponent to Nazis. It's like everyone does that, and then we're just gonna single her out and like make her feel bad for doing something that everyone does, and she loses her job. And this is just like another example of cancel culture going way too far. Like you can't even be a Trump supporter now and work in Hollywood. Like you'll get blacklisted. Whereas like back in the day they had McCarthyism and they tried to blacklist the communists out of Hollywood. Like they to be a member of the Screen Actors Guild, you couldn't be a part of the Communist Party. And so like, but now it's like totally opposite. Now it's like you have to be a communist to be in Hollywood, and if you're like pro-American, you get blacklisted. So it's just complete 180. It's weird.
Well, that's
okay.
It's worse than that. Where if you're a Trump supporter, you're a terrorist.
Yeah. It's like now. They're putting you on a list and shit. I mean, that's like total Nazi shit.
They want to deprogram us. They said the liberals said they want to put us in camps and deprogram.
Yes, there's gonna be like concentration camps.
Katie Couric was on Real Time with Bill Maher saying she wants to round us up and deprogram us.
And I am reminded, actually, in similarity of what the Nazi propaganda was actually structured to do in terms of inspiring a cultural level of hatred towards the Jews prior to World War II, to where this was basically cultivating the perspective that a whole social group was dangerous to the country, and it therefore made it easy for Germans to be very, very passive about the wholesale slaughter of their neighbors and countrymen. So
in Smokey, they used the education system to do that, right? And then now they're doing that in our education systems. They're teaching the children that about like white privilege and white people are oppressing minorities. And
did you hear about the new thing now? They're saying Tom Brady is a white supremacist because he won the Super Bowl during Black History Month. Have you seen this?
Oh my goodness.
and then mask shaming him too because he did the interview, like the congratulations interview, without a mask. What he's doing without his mask on? What is he doing? A white person wearing a Super Bowl on Black History Month? This is racism. He's a Trump supporter too. God damn it!
I was listening and and I had to say a few things like regarding what Smokey said about the. Joseph Goebbels, or whatever the fuck his name is, using propaganda to demonize a group of people, is give me a minute, to demonize a group of people and say, oh, this group of people is the reason why we lost World War I, and why the country's shit. Well, of course, people are going to believe that because. Well, I mean, come on. Germany was blamed for everything during World War I. Like, you know what I mean? After World War I, it's like the country needed someone to blame. Unfortunately, they found the right people. They found the people who have been kicked out of 109 countries. Why not?
That's funny. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, spot on.
Tom Brady, man, whooped up on some ass. The Chiefs didn't even get one touchdown, man. They did that. Man, the Buccaneers. I'm not a big football fan, but I thought the game was all right.
Yeah, like after World War I, we made Germany pay reparations, and that really worked. Like reparations is a good idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure.
It didn't cause World War II or anything.
That's Mars, I can't take you seriously half the time.
Well, I mean, I guess he made a good point.
Sorry, all the time.
Hey, I wanted to ask quick, Smokey, sir, things cooling out then with things that were going on there for a bit with whatever name was what and that stuff?
Well, here's the thing. As far as I can tell, there's not been any actual damages, done yet. I've collected what I was instructed to collect, and I have it. So I guess I'm just waiting to see if anything actually happens from this. But I mean, if no one's actually actively publishing or attempting to publish, or is talking about or putting up on streams, then I don't have a lot to worry about, really. So, and I've asked anyone if they do see anything of any attempted doxing behavior to go ahead and screenshot it and send it to me so I can add it with the rest of the stuff I've collected. And if I feel it reaches to the point where something needs to be done, yeah, I'll take it to the next step and I'll do something.
Right. So is it still like they're lying and making stuff up, or are they just wondering like what the heck? I don't know.
Well, Bruce, I don't really want to get into it. This was a whole attempt to leverage a whole bunch of personal information that no one was entitled to.
Right.
I mean, do you really think it's appropriate to come in here
let's
and
get
try
on
to
with
pry
the
out
nonsense.
more?
I'm back.
No, it was bad. I was just worried because I thought there were some things going at people that they were.
There could still potentially be legal ramifications from this on some people, but I'm not going to get into that right now. So, because again, it's just there's things I've been instructed to do by people who are in a position to give me instruction to do this, and I am abiding by that, and I'm not all about advertising that right now.
There you go. Good.
So we're
All right.
I got you. Thanks. Understand better now.
So let's finish this nonsense. I don't think that there's a whole lot left. I
don't have much to say. I think the environment, we need to be aware of what's actually going on in these supposed online environments. Because let me tell you something. What has happened, and this is something that is a problem on both sides of the aisle. Number one, there are tons of actual legit pedophiles who are out there using these massive systems like Twitter and Facebook and the private messaging systems therein, which are not checked, to exchange and propagate child pornography and propaganda there as such. It is a problem. Twitter was recently exposed for it. People have been victimized through it. And, Twitter is the person Twitter is the entity. YouTube is the entity. Google is the entity that's going around telling everyone, oh, you can't hear from President Trump, and you can't hear from these people, and you can't hear from conservatives, but do they have the same level of responsibility and crackdown to actual child porn? No, they don't. And they've been exposed for that. And the whole Silicon Filthy Valley is about to get exposed for it going forward.
You do understand that these people are part of this. I mean, I don't know, disclaimer. I don't know if anyone's going to be surprised by this, but the same, they are the pedophiles.
Look at Jill. Impeach Jimmy Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, we should just start impeaching everybody.
No, you know what? This is no. You know what? If you can go after Trump when he's a public citizen after he's a public official, that means you can go after Bush and Obama, and you can go after them all. So whoever's alive, is Jimmy still alive? The peanut guy still alive?
No, he died a couple of years ago.
Not only has he not been in office for near 30 years, he's not even been living for like the last 10 or something.
Hey, impeach him anyway. Impeach him.
Yeah, I wanted to add something to what Smokey was saying.
Yeah.
Like they'll allow actual pedophiles on Twitter, but but they'll censor Christians or Trump or whatever. And some of the arguments I heard from other people people on the left is like, well, there are other platforms. Twitter's a private company. They can. Okay, sure.
Yeah, they can promote child pedophilia if they want to, right? That's a good argument. I like that. Yeah. One more thing too, by the way, just to make a statement to carry forward on this. But I'm sorry, Will. Did you want to add something? I'm sorry.
No, not really. I mean, we're just waiting to hear from Jimmy Carter's lawyer. That's all.
All right.
Bill's on standby.
I want to draw back an idea, too, of something that also is another prolific problem, also rarely talked about, but a real failure on the side of parents to actually keep an eye on their children. There was not even a stream a few nights ago where supposedly someone claiming to be between the age of 10 to 14 or whatever came in the show and said some funny things. And we let him, do his little bit until he turned on his mic, and then we quickly booted him. The fact that person...
Well, it's not his mic, but his camera, yeah.
Camera, sorry. the fact that that person's parents was completely oblivious to that conduct at like 9:30 p.m. on a Sunday school night is freaking a little bit scary, and also a sign of what is actually going on is that kids are being allowed like free reign to go online and do almost whatever they want. And when you have young girls who are interested in having like online relationships, you think that they're not interested or willing to fudge their age in order to get a shot at someone that they have a crush on online. If you don't think that, then you're being delusional. Okay.
What do you mean? Parent Google, Mama Google is watching everyone.
No, they're not. Sadly, Big Brother.
No, big. Oh, yeah, they love the kitties. Oh, what do you mean? They love them. Get them young when they're young.
Yeah. So, you know, and you have sites like Omegle, even any of these quick Instagram, who are constantly being accused of these failings. And why? Because there's a problem on both sides. You have parents that are completely failing in order to either raise or police their children, who are going out there and actually baiting people, legit baiting people that are ignorant of what's going on, because, well, you just have to click the little box that says you're 18 years old and you're good to go. This is how the world works, guys. And so the parents are failing. And then on top of that, yes, we have a whole bunch of actual pedophiles who are trying to spread and propagate and push out there a bunch of propaganda like cuties and a bunch of actual pornographic images. And they're using these leftist Silicon Valley sites to do exactly that. The entire goddamn system is broken. And it is basically being a catalyst to pushing us to the cataclysmic cultural implosion that is the end of our world as we freaking know it. And with that, I'll yield and let anyone take their final statements.
Yeah, I think you made the point. They're one and the same. Silicon Valley, whatever you want to call it, and the people that want to get your children, they're the one and the same. That's why nothing's done about it. That's why there's no laws. That's why there's no police action. There's no one. That's why they had to get. That's why they had to get Orange Man Bad out of there, because he was fighting against the pedophiles. So
Let's send them all to the fucking
now we know.
gulag.
Well, I mean, I think it should be worse. I mean, what I want to do to pedophiles, I can't say here live on a live stream. So
I don't know. I said baby raper like multiple times, so I think maybe you can.
Well, I think you should, hang them upside down and split them down the middle.
You know what we need? We need a U2 movement, not a Me Too movement. We need a U2 movement, like the U2 of all the people that have been falsely accused by opportunistic, predatory slime that's trying to rake in victim points, for their own self-progression.
Like AOC?
Yeah, we need
AOC,
Senator Jussie Smollett. We need a freaking U2 movement.
That's one of the things that I'm
Trump supporters scared me. They were banging down my door. They wanted to murder me.
Well, it's like it's like I'm probably going to be seen as a misogynist for this, but that's one of the reasons. Like, I don't know, women scare me.
There's an interesting comment here that I'm not super comfortable talking about, but it's probably right. So maybe it bears mentioning. Oh, and Spooky said worst stream ever. You didn't highlight it.
Oh, Spooky, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Is he on your channel or mine? Hold on. Let me get in there. Spooky, where? Oh, there's Spooky. Let's get Spooky on. There you go, Spooky. Now you get extra airtime because you actually showed up.
Stream ever.
Yeah, and I'm gonna address the one DeLorean because. But first, I want to say this: Faithful, Honest, and True says some of these 13, 14, and 15-year-old girls are stalking little predators as well. I have blocked many. Yeah, I think that there's probably a good subsection of people who are that age who think that it's funny to send other people child pornography and then self-report.
Godless Girl admitted she was one of them, literally live on
That's
stream.
True. Well, no,
So why is she not in jail?
Well, that's the thing is that people. I forget who it was.
Because they don't care when the girls do it, dude. That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing is that there's plenty of people.
It's the adults that'll get arrested when the girl does that.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing is if you're one of these people who does it.
Well, yeah,
that's also solicitation, even if it's of yourself, and then you try to set somebody up like that. Like you just email them, How do you know it's in there? Well, I sent it. Okay, dumblet.
Well, you know what's also interesting about this. I remember reading a case. Where two teenagers, could have been arrested for producing child porn when the picture was about themselves.
I got
you know what I mean?
Hold on. But yeah, go finish midnight, and I want to tell you guys a story real quick. I'm gonna try to find.
Well, I had one other thing that I wanted to say because the woman DeLorean. Because I filtered and I'm over on my channel. I can see where he's commenting. So he's commenting on my channel. You should go over to fucking Smokey's because we have crossover. So why not watch it on fucking Smokey's?
Yeah, but at least leave a downvote on Will's before you do.
Be sure to dislike the video and unsubscribe, and go ahead and flag it for every goddamn thing under the sun.
I'm gonna flag her whole freaking time.
It's mostly for redundancy and because there's crossover power between Smokey and my channel. So most people who are subscribed are also watching it over there, but they'll come in tonight.
Yeah.
Because last week we had probably about as many people watching the Thursday night live stream at 8:30 as are watching Smokey's stream right now, but that's exclusive to my channel. So
yeah,
that's why there's no point. Or if you're blocked by Smokey or whatever, and I don't think he blocks anybody, but maybe there's people who think they're blocked.
There's some people that get blocked just out of process of being pure spam trolls, and sock accounts. But just for the sock accounts, so that I can recognize who real people actually are. So yeah, I've had to take measures, but mainly on account I've had to take measures purely on account of Ryan and Thicky. Those are the two degenerates that have made me had to take those measures.
The fact that you're, by the way, woman DeLorean, the fact that you're simping for a pedophile is really telling. So I give less than a fuck what you have to say going forward.
Why don't the animal rights activists get involved in this crap? Like there's no regulation.
Oh, they don't care.
I mean, like the age of sheep. There's not a damn age.
Well, I think that the pedophile is funny, therefore I have to take his side.
Yeah, I mean,
it's already against the law to have sex with animals.
That's funny, Bruce. That's funny.
So you better stop, Bruce.
No more. Are you trying to say that you're not allowed to do that anymore?
I mean,
fucking called out, dude.
Keeps you from a lawsuit.
Okay, you know what? Fuck off. Fuck you.
Bruce, why are you you gotta take it to that? You guys need to make your final statement.
Well, I always thought that, like, if you start talking about other women and stuff, I just thought it was more proper to talk about animals, sheep and stuff, you know?
Why?
Well, it's not like you're cheating on your girlfriend or your wife or nothing if you're, like, with sheep. I mean, it's very different.
Bruce, I don't know where to go. You know what? You sound like Cenk Uygur. I need to Cenk Uygur.
Know what he sounds like? He sounds he sounds like Knock talking about ancient Hebrews, like he's some kind of fucking.
I know. I agree with Bruce. I mean, if Bobby can bang Billy in the butt, I mean, why can't you give Dolly the clone sheep, whatever?
But there's a hell of a difference. You're not banging a freaking male sheep. They're female sheep. Dang it! I mean, at least look.
Okay, what is even going on in this stream?
I don't fucking know.
If you're making a joke, it's going on longer than
a white knight for bestiality. What is happening right now?
No, white knighting.
He's become P. Mars.
Yeah. Nobody has love or respect for their freaking animals that God put here. That's what pisses me off.
If you love and respect animals, you would make love to them.
And respecting. Yeah, exactly, Bruce. How is this an interconnected thought?
Did you ever hear a sheep say no?
Nope.
Okay. You know what?
I'm getting uncomfortable here.
Now, Bruce, you're taking it to a whole weird level. I don't know what this is. This is some weird troll you're pulling out. This is a P-mark.
This is how you gotta. You're not thinking like a liberal. You're not thinking like a liberal.
I guess not. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know what's happening. Okay.
It is like the only liberal.
We're going to close just because of Bruce. We're going to end
I'm very liberal and trendy. I think
you guys offended or what the heck?
This is what's going to happen.
I think the Scorchman that's banging sheep up there in the Highlands, I think they're doing all right.
Well, actually, they're stuffed sheep. I wasn't talking about living sheep. Freaking stuffed ones.
Oh, stuffed sheep. Oh,
yeah,
stuffed
teddy bears and stuff. Like,
jerk off with the holes in Jesus' hands too. Sure, why not?
Why would you do that? That's disgusting, dude. That's freaking
Bruce. Okay, this is odd.
There's actually so many clips of Cenk Uygur supporting bestiality, I have to try it.
Well, he is a beast. I mean, isn't he a wild animal?
He would support the sexual exploitation of buffaloes, I imagine.
Oh, absolutely, sure.
Big water buffalo.
Buffalo will kick your ass. That's the problem.
Well, this is what we're going to end up. Oh wait, I have to do it this way.
Yeah, Will. Some hashtag Will did he's a didn't do. He did do nothing.
Will Kincaid didn't do nothing. Yeah,
didn't do. Yeah, he wasn't chipping out or anything like that. He just didn't do.
All right. So here's Cenk Uygur.
Oh yeah, here you go.
Oh my God, this video.
This is a classic video.
Fuck's sake.
Here we go.
No audio. What's going on?
What a fucking dum-dum. No audio.
Oh, I love that picture, man.
You gotta click the audio, dum-dum.
Isn't it? It is playing the audio. It's probably quiet.
No, it's playing it through your fucking microphone.
Speakers, yeah.
Yeah, you're a dumblet.
Dumblet. I did hear the audio. I did
check your microphone.
No,
don't listen to washing machine.
What were you doing?
Can you hear? It's just a quiet video. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
Oh really? Oh
It
wow,
is.
that's fucking retarded, my dude.
This episode of the Young Turks.
There, can you hear that one?
That's better.
All right.
This episode of the Young Turds is sponsored by Clay County CPS. Whatever you're looking for.
Killed in a fire. Officials have said that it's arson, and they believe that it was a hate crime because of the fact that the barn belonged to a gay man. And after the barn burned down, the only walls that remained had
Starting to look like Yank.
painted sentences.
She might have ate Yank.
Or freaks and burn in hell.
God damn, she think it's
Ohio right now are investigating this, and they're actually offering $5,000 for anyone who might have any leads.
Like, what does it mean with her? Like,
So Fagala got his house burned down or something?
In and of itself.
At least it wasn't his wagon.
Horses died because you're an idiot. Because you're a hateful individual and a hateful.
Oh yeah, we're Trump supporters. Yeah.
Was he fucking the horses?
Too often we get developed into a debate about whether the guy should get an extra sentence or not, or an extra charge for the hate crime. But it doesn't really matter too much in my mind, because I think you should get an incredibly high penalty for purposely burning down and killing 8 horses, which is
he wants to have sex
incredibly
with them.
inhumane.
Yeah, he wishes he could have sex with them.
Take Michael Vick's sentence and multiply it by a couple, and apparently the guy walked through the barn as he was getting it ready to burn it up, and so he saw. It's not that he didn't see the horses; he saw it. One of them was, as you said, recently born. It's like, oh, cute little horses, but they belong to a gay guy, and I'll show that gay guy by burning down and killing these horses. I mean, how sick?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you burned down Armenian villages, right? And you killed all the Armenians alive. And yeah,
God damn. Donna, whatever the fucking name is.
Fucking cocksucker. Yeah. And there's the Armenian ship right there. There's the Armenian little
What's up with this young Turk guy and the freaking gay horses anyhow? Why the hell is he attracted to that?
I don't know.
Why legalize homosexuality where you are giving, where you are pleasuring?
Remains to be seen.
Wait, hold on. Can you go back?
Left. He's
play that over again.
How crazy? It's more than supporting bestiality. Uygur is so crazy. AOC fired Uygur from her super PAC.
What?
That's Uygur. Too crazy, too radical, even for California.
Wow, imagine that's your fucking thing.
Isn't that just propaganda? Like,
that was straight up propaganda.
No, that's one of those guys that lusts after the freaking donkeys and the horses.
Chunk yogurt.
You know that.
Hashtag chunky yogurt. Hashtag cottage cheese.
He lusts over the donkeys and the horses, just like spoken of in the Bible.
Didn't Carl Benjamin fucking call him like a I forget what he called him, like a
It's an hour and a half, so I
swear
to living actual crap. This needs to be closing statements.
Call
I
him
have nothing to do, and I got another.
Call them a water buffalo or something.
Well, My closing statement is
I thought we were on closing statements. Now we're back.
Well, you guys won't actually give your closing freaking statements. You just keep freaking talking.
Play the chicken nuggets.
The white knight for
my
freaking
closing statement.
bestiality, and we have to go on that topic. So just say your final crap.
My closing statement.
Imagine Smokey trying to close a show.
Oh my God! Imagine such. I say closing statements, and I'm about 2 hours out. Holy freaking crap!
Closing statement is subscribe to my gaming channel, Games You Love. How's that?
All right. Midnight, say your crap and get the hell out.
Okay, Reds. My closing statement.
Subscribe to my gaming channel.
No, my closing statement is that if I can hang out with you and CJ and listen to you guys pre-debate or prepare.
You can. Yeah, it's going to be streaming on my channel in a few hours. I think I forget what he said. 1 o'clock, 11. I have to go look at the email, but I'm going to get it set up after this.
All right.
I'll be back to do it. So there you go. Yeah. All right.
Smokey's like Brett Keane just makes YouTube video
I
after
am
video.
my girl fracking child. You're not going to lose your
He just spent his whole day on YouTube.
You stole the website from me, James. You're my piece of crap.
There's 4, 5, 6, 7 hours on YouTube live streaming constantly.
All right, Bruce, shut up, Midnight. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. All right, Bruce, your turn.
All right. Well, I did learn a lesson today. It was rather perverse and things I had to say, and I learned that shock value can go a bit too far at times. That's about it.
Sure,
You
I'll
think,
agree with
Bruce?
that. Sure, I'll agree with that.
All right, my closing
Take
statement is
care.
Smokey, play the fucking chicken nugget, and that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Gentlemen, this is what we'll close out. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the show. Peace out and have yourselves a good evening.
Right, but I said chicken nuggets every day, so at least we know he's being fed. If he is unwell.
Close the share screen.